Hey everybody, welcome once again to another Low on Health Year End Review. This one's going to be covering the TV that we watched in 2022, which was pretty much, I want to say, lackluster, maybe. We'll probably see in a second here.
It had a few standouts.
Yeah. And real quick, let's go ahead and look at our top 10 or top 9 because that's easier to format. So real quick, in the 2022, we watched essentially 36 total TV shows.
And we gave up on 5.
We gave up on 5, and we didn't start a bunch, and we'll go over those too. But I will say, like, my number 1 is the Harley Quinn animated series, which is more mature than you would think it is, and actually more wholesome and heartfelt than you think it is. And I just couldn't. I got addicted to it. I couldn't just stop watching it. Like, I would watch an episode like every night.
You were just like super.
And it wasn't annoying,
good.
right? Would you say it was?
No, it was. And it was really good. I would put Severance as my number 1 though.
And that's also a good series too. But
Severance is excellent, and I need more immediately, but I don't think we're getting any more. Not soon anyway.
I would definitely say if you thought or you heard things about Harley Quinn, it is definitely worth watch.
Yeah, if you like DC, even like, I don't
even like DC though.
I mean, if you like superheroes and comedy,
if you like satire, if you like lampooning itself, better than like the MODOK series and all that stuff from a year or so ago.
It was very funny.
And then we also have Peacemaker, which was solid. Genlock season 2, which I'm happy that it got a season 2. Maybe it wasn't as great as season 1, but it was still nice to like have a finality to it.
Don't skip over talking about Severance.
What Severance?
Yeah, it's really
good. Surreal office
horror. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
I'm assuming
cerebral.
Everybody knows about Severance at this point.
If they don't, they should.
But nobody knows about nobody knows about Genlock.
No, nobody knows about Genlock. Season 2 was not. It wasn't a super great finish for the series. They did some questionable things.
Atlanta season 3 and 4, in which case you never saw 1 and 2.
No, but I like watched while you were watching it. I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
Through 3 and 4. I like some of their own. They had a lot of stay in your own, like almost Aesop's fables, like type of just like stories, which was kind of really cool to see for a challenge.
Atlanta is just a fantastic series.
Our Flag Means Death, which was a nice little like
hilarious
series. We also have Owl House season 2, which actually just wrapped up more recently too. So that was nice just to see that.
Owl House is just very, very good in lots of ways.
Wednesday, which everybody kind of knows about, knows it's good, and it's solid. Like you can roll your eyes at it, but it's still just a solid show. And then Pantheon, which was a great animated kind of Ghost in the Shell type of high concept type of movie. A TV show that was animated, but as of right now has been essentially like not canceled or not picked up for season 2.
Canceled, but
it could happen down the road. I think it is based on graphic novels, so I think we might be able to get the story.
I think it's based on short stories. I don't think it's based on graphic novels.
But still, it's a very good, like, just thought-provoking series.
And it ends on a cliffhanger. It's about uploaded intelligence rather than artificial intelligence.
Yeah. So that's
human consciousness is uploaded to the internet and stuff. It was so good. It was so good.
It is not like, but it has the same kind of ideas to a certain degree as the live action Upload series too, when you think about it.
Yeah, but Upload is a comedy and this is more of a drama.
Yeah. So that's our top 9. We're gonna scroll down past those real quick. We got Dragon's Blood and Vox Machina and Disenchantment. So we have kind of our fantasy shows, animated shows that were all just solid.
Yeah, like lots of high fantasy animated shows. Honestly, I appreciate
that. And technically, The Boys Diabolical is also animated.
I like The Boys Diabolical because it was taking all of the Looney Tunes and like violent animated cartoons of our youth and just like showing you what the actual graphic logical conclusion of those would be. And I think that's the reason I found it so interesting and funny.
And then, ironically, this is interesting. I think they're syncing up. We had Upload season 2 and Space Force season 2. Okay, but once again, not as good as their season for both of those. Hit Monkey was fine. Righteous Gemstones, which is still just, I have to admit, cost a lot of money to produce, but is still going on, and it's just solid.
Yeah, I thought I would hate that show. No, I love it because it's making fun of its audience.
And then we have Killing Eve, which finally ended. Actually, kind of a nice ending that fits the show, I think.
Yeah, it was an alright ending.
And then Star Trek Prodigy is another class of this show, animated show for kids. And once again, I'm like, okay, it's taking place like post-Janeway, post-Voyager timeline. let's see where they're going with this. And you're like, no, I'm not going to bother liking this because of its tone.
I didn't like it at first, but then once they got off of the rock that they started on, I liked it more.
Like, that gave you, I think, a better idea of, like, Starfleet and that type of Star Trek universe better than, let's say, Picard is and whatnot. It was definitely more uplifting.
Because
and more,
it's not rooted in Earth.
Yeah.
It's rooted in aliens.
We had Petevrit, not going to talk about Kids in the Hall, which you recall you didn't watch it when you were younger.
No, but I knew of it.
Yes.
And it was very funny.
Like, I definitely watched it back in the day. Death of the Robots, Boys 3, Umbrella 3. Umbrella Academy 3 was definitely subpar, but you could definitely tell that was a COVID production.
But it was good for the restrictions they obviously had to work under. It wasn't about it all. Santa was a fantastic live-action adaptation. Very good.
And then we got basically a series of season 4s, Westworld, What We Do in the Shadows, Stranger Things. All okay. Like, when you think about it, like, those 4, all okay.
Solidly okay.
Not the best, not the worst, but maybe the worst as in not part of the best,
I
but
would
not
say
bad.
If you're wanting more of the same of all of those series, you're not gonna be dissatisfied, but you might be left wanting a little more.
And then we have She-Hulk, which, yes, wasn't great, but we enjoyed it more.
I had no idea she was a fourth wall breaking character, and I actually ended up really liking it, like a lot.
We didn't hate it as much as we thought we would.
I didn't think I would like it at all. I thought I would kind of dislike it. No, really liked it.
We have Lord of the Rings, which is meh. Star Trek Lower Decks continues to be good.
Lord of the Rings was beautiful.
Tekken was meh. Tales of the Jedi, meh. Sonic Prime, actually kind of okay for me, but
it didn't have any kind of ending at all.
It's classic Netflix. We can wait, or we just release that half of it. Dragon Age Absolution, which is funny because that once again could be blocked up with just enchantment and everything else.
Which dragon high fantasy series?
There's a lot of animated fantasy series out now, and it depends on what type of flavor or like genre you want to be in.
They're all very similar, but they're all good. Like, if you like that, you know. And
then we got Primal Season 2, which I didn't enjoy that much because it definitely did a different thing towards the end. Witcher Blood Origin, I liked it, and a lot of people are like really hammering down on it. I still think it was a decent fantasy thing.
That's the live action one, right?
Yeah. The first Witcher type of thing.
I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was good, but it was also kind of forgettable.
Yeah. But once again, to me, that doesn't mean it's bad.
If you're just wanting more in that universe and you're okay that it's not the characters that you already know, you're going to probably enjoy it. Or if you just like high fantasy in general, you'll probably enjoy it.
A couple of shows that we dropped was Boba Fett, which was funny because we dropped it and then it became like the Mandalorian thing, and people were like, oh, you need to watch it now.
Yeah, it basically became Mandalorian 2.5.
The thing is, nowadays, you can go on YouTube, 5 people reviewing these things, giving you a synopsis of it, you don't have to waste your time watching it.
Yeah.
Am I wasting the same amount of time watching their video? Maybe.
No, not necessarily, because if you find a reviewer that shares your sensibilities, and by that I mean has the same taste in things that you do for the same reason, likes things or dislikes things, or both, for the same reasons that you do, like, oh, I thought this series was good because it had X, Y, and Z, and you're more interested in A, B, and C, that's not going to be a relevant reviewer for you. However, if you can find a reviewer that likes A, B, and C, and you love A, B, and C, and they dislike X, Y, and Z, and you also dislike X, Y, and Z for the same reasons, that is going to be a very relevant reviewer for you. So I always say it really matters why someone liked something. If they're trying to recommend it to someone else or persuade them not to watch it, you're not going to like it because it has this thing in it, or you're going to love it because it has this aspect in it, as opposed to, oh, I loved it. Okay, but why?
And then I'll say, too, the idea is just currently, like the escapist people, I enjoy their views, Red Letter Media, their views, and then the Angry Joe, which he is angry, but like it's more or less his cast of people. He's actually relatively level-headed when he's like being critical like of stuff and shows.
And he does video games and shows, which is useful.
And movies and stuff too.
And he's also very funny.
Yes. But we dropped Boba Fett. We brought Dragon Prince because it should have been a darker tone, but it wanted to still be like kiddie-ish,
and
which
it
was just
was
weird.
Unfortunately I wanted to know about Averos, but it was just like.
Dropped Orville because yes, it dropped its comedy and wanted to go more serious. but that wasn't why we were watching it.
Like we were watching Orville because it was Star Trek but funny, and then it just
a parody of itself.
Dropped all of its humor. And it's like, no, that's what made you unique.
Russian Doll we also dropped. Picard 2 we just dropped, of course.
Man,
and then
Picard's
some shows
just garbage.
we didn't bother. Halo, we knew the writing on the wall wasn't going to be good.
Oh no, yeah.
Obi-Wan, same thing. Miss Marvel, same thing. It's just not my cup of tea. Moonlight isn't my cup of tea. House of the Dragon would have been in our wheelhouse, but we
were just busy with watching other things and didn't care enough.
And I don't want to watch a series where I know everybody's going to be miserable.
And see, that's the kind of thing that I like.
Unless
watching.
there's really cool action stuff, and yes, there might have been some cool action stuff, but to me, it's just like it's not going to provide anything new or engaging. And we might go back and watch it. It's like season 2, it comes out and it gets all praise. We'll go back and maybe we'll watch it. But
there's a dearth of things for us to watch.
Yeah, but
it was not high on our priority list.
But yeah, so that's it for the TV for 2022. Once again, not that great, but some highlights.
But not bad.
So as always, we like to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next time.